You're listening to the Dude What podcast, where we review bad media and have a laugh while enjoying beer with your host, Harry and Tomo. Enjoy the show.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Dude What podcast. My name's Harry Dowling, and as always, I'm joined with my best friend and my co-host. It's the big bad T-lad himself. It's Tomo. How the hell you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm alright, thanks, bro.
Yeah.
It's been a week, man.
Yeah. It's been a good week.
Not too bad.
What you been up to?
Well, I don't know if you can tell, mate, but I'm absolutely shattered. I said in the last episode that I was in the process of buying a house. Well, we moved in.
Congrats.
Thanks, man. So we moved in about a week ago, and it's just been non-stop doing stuff. Little
Nice.
Problems and sorting things out. But as you know, in the UK, we've had a second heat wave, and it's been extreme, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, it has been. The first thing that comes to mind whenever I'm thinking heat wave now is because mostly other countries mocking us. Not obviously targeting
Mm.
Americans, but there was a post that said Americans are mocking people in the UK because of the heat wave. Because they were looking it up, and it was 31.6 to 31 or 31.6.
Yeah.
And then they looked it up, and it's 88.88 degrees Fahrenheit. And they're
Oh, right.
the British are pussies,
Yeah.
literally. And I'm just
No, that's hot for the UK, though,
yeah.
isn't
And
it?
as well, the fact is, we got multiple factors into it. It's our houses are thicker
People...
because they're built to preserve us having. To
Yeah,
use
it's not
more
the
heating.
standard weather, so people just aren't acclimatized to
I'm
it.
not
So
acclimatised to it,
when you
yeah.
do get it, it's full on.
Yeah.
And but I gotta say, man, I love it.
Yeah, I enjoy
I
it.
love it.
I enjoy it when there's say you can have 3 or 4 days of sun and then a few days of rain to break it up. I like
Yeah,
that.
man.
I like
See-
because then I always find it so satisfying after it being so hot, and then you only get rain. It's I just like standing out in the rain. Not gonna lie.
I do. Yeah, I like standing out in the warm rain. But I gotta say, man, I love just the hot blue sky, no cloud, just solid hot throughout the day. I love that, man. I fully love it. Yeah, you're sweating buckets and but man, I love it. That's why I hate it when people complain about the weather. But but
It's easy. It's just
it's good though.
yeah.
At the minute, you, in this sort of weather, you can just jump in a cold shower, and
Yeah.
cool yourself right down. It's great. Yeah. So moving in, it's a lot of work. It's cool. It's great,
Nice.
but it takes a lot, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, shattered.
I bet.
What about you, dude? What you been up to?
I've been because I've been working quite a bit. A lot of times when I'm on my days off and I'm not working,
Yeah.
it's quite nice. Now that I've met my sister's best mate's cousin called Jake. He's
Okay.
a really sound guy.
Yeah.
And he we usually just what was it we first met when I was basically out walking into work, and I was like, hey man, very quickly.
Okay. Yeah.
Had
Yeah.
to go into work, and then he messaged me and we were just went and chilled out on the Saturday,
Okay. Cool.
and it was quite good. And we just chilled out for the whole day. Went out,
Sweet.
down to the field, down to the river, sat by the water
Yeah,
edge. It was
yeah.
pretty cool.
Oh, nice, man. I say you,
Sunny as hell.
you said Saturday.
Yeah.
Mate, my concept of time is gone. It's all just blurred into just non-stop. So
So the only days I look forward to is Saturdays and Mondays.
yeah, because you
I
work kind of a weird
Yeah.
a weird working pattern. So this is something me and my friends say about your job, is that we find it weird how you've got a start time but you don't have a finish time.
Yeah, I start. It can vary. Well, when COVID was at peak,
Yeah.
we were doing 16-hour weeks, but we were doing start at 4 o'clock, and then we'd work however many orders we get in, because we have customers restaurants, NHS,
Yeah,
schools.
so basically what Tomo does is you
pick fruit, veg, dairy products.
yeah, for a company.
Dry goods, loads of different things.
Yeah.
For
Just
for a company.
yeah.
But we supply to the NHS, schools, care homes.
So it's a lot of customers.
restaurants. We do loads
So
of places.
Sometimes you
Morgantown, we give 'em
can.
loads.
Sometimes you'll you'll go into work at like 5:30 or whatever,
Yeah.
and then you'll be finished by like 8, like
Yeah.
a couple hours, and then sometimes you're there until like 1:30.
But now that was just a rare. That was because of COVID.
Right.
But now it's because everything's sort of gone a bit more back to normality.
Yeah.
I'm finishing pretty late.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be doing like. Recently, I've been doing like 8.5 hours one day, and then like 7 hours the next.
Yeah.
Which is quite nice because I want to get full hours, but
It's just a pain that you start so late, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very unsociable hours.
Well, man, maybe something new in the future.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking of a new job. Like always, like I just want something different.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So one thing we were going to say is that sometimes the length of the episodes like vary a little bit,
Yeah.
and we tend to like ramble a bit, and we noticed that like the last episode was like 50 minutes or something, and some of them have been like 30 minutes. So like, let us know if you prefer them being like shorter, like more to the point, or you like this sort of
Longer
bullshit chat.
Yeah,
you know
just
what I mean?
longer crap spewing.
Send us an email to dudewhatpodcast, that's DUDEWUT podcast @gmail.com.
Check out our Instagram, leave us a comment. Check out our YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Exact same, Dude What
Yeah,
Podcast.
leave us a comment. Definitely check out our Instagram. That's probably where we're most active.
@Dude What Podcast.
Again, apologies for this, how slow the videos go on YouTube. I like,
You slacking.
yeah, man, I've been moving house and stuff.
Yeah, that
dude.
is true.
Like, I bulk uploaded them.
But see, I would do it myself, but I don't have a computer right now. So, well, at least I tried booting up my computer the other day, and it just beeped like shit at me.
No way.
I mean, I'm a tech guy, but I just don't have money to fix it.
No
so.
way, man. So yeah, like speakpipe.com/dudewhatpodcast. Send us a voice message on that. It's like calling us, but you don't have to call us. Send us anything. We'll put it on one of the episodes. Recommend stuff to us. Always looking looking for new things.
Yeah, let us know if there's any gems that you like that was reviewed terribly or anything like that.
Yeah, like what we said before, I'm really hoping to find some films that I love and that I put into my like frequent rotation of films.
Yeah, something that
and
you
watch
watch
over
again.
and over.
Yeah.
Because
it's hard to find films you'd watch again. Very
recently,
hard to me, at least for me.
Recently, me and Fee have been watching some quite a lot of films, and not that they're bad, but we watched all the Evil Dead films recently, and it got me thinking, like, those films, I guess, like, by critics at the time considered, well, I don't know, I don't think they were considered bad. I think they did pretty good. They're not a lot of people like that sort of thing, and I love them. So, and they don't look great and stuff like that. So I want to find like more hidden gems. Yeah. So that's what like I'm ultimately hoping from this. Anyway, I think it's time for my favourite segment. It's this week's What Are We Drinking?
What are we drinking?
So, man, as I said, it's been a red hot week.
Yeah.
It really has. Like, as in, barefoot on the ground, burn your foot, red hot.
Yeah.
So, I thought I was looking in the local shop, which is ideally placed over the road from my new house.
Oh, nice.
Well, it's quite a nice little Morrison's corner shop thing. So I was looking in there, and I thought it can't be like a deep dark ale. It's too hot for that. It needs to be something that's summertime. What is it, Will Smith? Summertime. I don't even know. That's a Will Smith track.
Yeah, it is.
But so I went for, and let me just grab the bottle, ladies and gentlemen. Hooch, alcoholic lemon brew.
Not gonna lie, I've seen that so much.
Yeah.
Isn't hooch alcohol? Like, is it? I'm an idiot. I didn't mean to say alcohol. I meant isn't like a prison.
I think it's
I always
think
hear
it's like
hooch because I watch a lot of prison documentaries and they always say mention hooch.
Yeah, I don't know. But like you say, I mean, you said you've seen it. Have you ever had it?
Nah,
No.
I've seen it, but I've always wanted to try it.
So that's exactly the same as me.
Because
man.
it looks like a type of drink that I would enjoy.
That's what I was
and it looks
thinking.
refreshing.
See, I love. I've never tried this. I love lemon Fanta.
Yeah, I like lemon Fanta.
I find that anything like lemony is so thirst quenching in this sort of weather. And granted, it's not like the middle of a nice hot day right now.
Yeah.
It's like quite early hours of the morning, and it's quite cold out.
Yeah.
We're gonna crack these bad boys and give them a taste. So yeah, hooch. I trying to look for like if there's a brewery. Quick scan, can't see anything. Let's go for it. Cracking. Would you like to do the honours, Mr. T Lad? You go
Okay.
first.
Definitely smells lemon.
Yeah.
Like the Captain Obvious over here. Oh, that is really nice. It's like homemade lemonade. It's really nice.
Oh, that's
You
nice.
don't taste any alcohol. It's just lemon. This just tastes
It's-
like really nice lemonade.
It's nice and sweet, isn't it?
Yeah. Not gonna lie, if I ever need to drink, I probably will be buying them.
It's strange. It's almost like a
It's like a Wicked. It's like a WKD.
It's almost like a lemon cider sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but that's nice, isn't it?
I think that's really nice.
Sparkling alcoholic lemon brew
Should've
made
got
with
more.
real lemons.
Yeah. Should have got more.
Yeah, like a six-pack.
Yeah.
Like a crate will neck 'em. See, yeah, so I've seen them before, never tried them, and I know they do different like flavours and things.
Yeah.
Now, I love grapefruit, and I think if you mixed a bit of grapefruit in this,
I'm completely opposite.
because this is lemon, but it's not tart. It's not like lemon.
Yeah, but have you ever tried like Asda's like grapefruit drink? Do you like that?
I love grapefruit.
Really? I have a good story with this.
Yeah.
The one night I came downstairs and I was like, oh, I'm really thirsty. So I opened the fridge, saw a grapefruit drink. I thought, oh, I'll try
What
it.
time did you say? Middle of the night?
Yeah. It was like
That's
1
a
o'clock
wrong.
in the morning.
That is the wrong time of day, man.
I needed the drink, but then I tried it, and as soon as I sipped it, I threw it straight back in the carton, and I was almost sick. I was like, "What is this disgusting drink?" I was like, "This should never be produced."
I can fully imagine you stumbling up to the fridge, pulling the fridge open,
So I was
and
half
then
asleep, and then that was a horrible wake-up call.
and like chugging.
Yeah, I chugged it, and then I realised that I was like, "Ah!" I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
No way, man. So that is not what you want to do. Grapefruit's like a, well, I don't know. It's like a breakfast to like midday kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then in the afternoon, the evening, grapefruit IPAs, man, love them.
But see, another thing that I remember when I heard the word grapefruit is grapefruit your man. If you know, you know.
Oh God.
That like cursed video. Oh my God! Don't look it up, please. Like if
Or do, it's funny.
or do it if you want something funny, like something that sounds like something from a zombie film.
I'm remembering it more now. Yeah.
Sounds like a zombie attack or something.
Oh, grapefruit
It's so funny.
Oh God.
Memories.
But yeah, so you said would you buy this?
Oh,
You'd
yeah.
buy it, hooch.
Not gonna lie, I would 100% buy that if
See, when
I
I
had money.
when I bought this, I bought it a couple of days ago, right?
Yeah.
When I bought this, it was about 9 o'clock in the morning. I went over the road to go get some bits and bobs for breakfast, like some croissants and stuff. And I came back with this, and Fee said, she was like, "Fucking hell, on it already?" And I was like, "Bro, you know." And I said, "No, like I haven't tried this before. It's for the podcast." And she was like, "Oh, like what the hell? You've never tried hooch? Like, you know, I think it's pretty popular, and I think
I'm pretty sure a lot of people probably drank it, but
I think we're in the minority.
Really
So I'm glad we tried this, right? Because I sort of like Alco Pops, like you like them, but I
Yeah.
can't, you know, I like something I can just, like a ale or something.
Like
But
I'd happily drink, like, say if I had a Smirnoff Ice.
yeah,
I could neck that
see,
easily.
I wouldn't really
So
want to,
nice.
but I could happily drink this all day.
Yeah.
all
I
day.
could. Yeah, I could as well.
It's a 4%. I
Doesn't
mean,
get you too fucked.
we've got the 500ml bottles, but they do. Obviously, I've seen like a real big one. They do like those big Cobra size bottles,
really?
the chuggables. Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, I'd buy it. You'd buy it.
Oh yeah.
What are you giving it?
Well, out of 10?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm giving 9.5.
We don't do points, bro.
Oh yeah.
Give
9.
Like, we're obviously on the same wavelength because I was thinking 9.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It's refreshing. If you gave me that in winter, I'd probably be like, fuck off, man.
Yeah, that's why it leaves the point, because it's not an all-around drink.
But
Holiday,
hot
holiday,
hot weather drink, feet in a paddling pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That'd
Sunshine.
be, that'd be. I can picture that.
Sunburnt in the garden. Straw hat.
Yeah. You come out looking like a lobster.
Yep. Well,
but it was worth it.
That was this week's What Are We Drinking? Hope you liked that one. I tell you what would be cool. Send us suggestions for the What Are We Drinking?
And we might.
Yeah, like send us a beer or something, alcoholic at all. And basically, if we can get it, we'll try and get it, and we'll have it on this segment. That'd be really cool.
We'll include it. Say if you do, let's say leave your name or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't have to be if you don't want
it. But obviously you can just let.
But yeah, like
if you don't include a name, we won't include it.
I would be down for that. I'd love someone to suggest some random beer
that'd
or
be
something.
awesome.
Yeah, or some like weird like hard liquor or something.
Yeah.
Because there is an absolutely horrific story about Tomo and a bottle of whiskey, which will probably get mentioned one day, but today is not that
when
day.
I get like really drunk, to be fair, there's gonna be a time where I'm gonna get like drunk.
Yeah.
On this, so
I'm looking forward to that day, man.
Yeah, so then the truth will be out of the incident.
Yeah. But yeah, look forward to that because that's
one
something
you don't want to miss. So now we can go into my my segment.
Oh yeah, man.
Hell yeah. My Tomo's Impossible Question.
Tomo's Impossible Questions.
Okay, so
wait, before you go back into it, right? Because this is literally like the second time we're trying this.
Second time we're trying it.
What is it, man?
What basically the idea is we'll have this segment where I'm just gonna find questions or a question, and what are you laughing at?
Yeah, man. No, it's good. Like,
and then just a question that we find is something that might have a talking point.
Yeah, basically something that's cool, something that's
get your mind going.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
So it's just
cool little things. We thought it'd be something good to add in.
Yeah.
Let us know if you like it. dudewhatpodcast@gmail.com. T-Lad, take it away, bruv. Your segment.
Okay. Do dentists go to other dentists to treat their own tooth problem?
Ooh.
Or do they treat it themselves?
Okay. So, I mean, I think that they are obviously skilled enough to operate on themselves.
But in reality, I feel like they just wouldn't do that because how would that work for them properly?
I mean, it would be like dodging in front of a mirror or something.
No, because they could just have the mirror like that and then just do that.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean, there's that thing, isn't there, where you're in the mirror and your coordination is off.
Yeah, because
you try and touch your nose and your hands all over the place and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and also, I imagine that the dental community is probably quite close.
Yeah. It's like if you're a dentist, you're gonna know other dentists that you'd probably trust, and you know that's good. Yeah,
you probably have mates that you trust. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, I think the answer to that question, in my opinion, is yes, they do. They go to other dentists.
Yeah.
But if it's like something like a tooth clean or something like that's
something simple,
something simple, that they can get with one of them little pick things on the handle and a mirror.
I'm guaranteed they'll do it themselves.
Yeah, they'll do it themselves.
Because then it'd save a lot more money.
Yep. And then they'd write themselves a prescription.
Save a lot more money. They'd just save a lot. Yeah, they'd write themselves a prescription. Sorted.
Yeah, man.
Are they even allowed to do that?
Who's gonna stop them, bro?
I mean, you got a point, but isn't it gonna look weird that it's like a prescription for the person who signed it?
Yeah,
that just seems a bit weird.
Like a high dosage of something strong.
Yeah. Some morphine. Just need my dose.
Well, I like that. I like that little segment, man. We're gonna cut it down to. You're saying we're gonna cut it down to just one question today?
It'd be
short and sweet.
Easier, yeah. So that's been Tomo's Impossible Questions.
Tomo's Impossible Questions. Right on. So, the reason why we're here, as always, we watched a movie this week. It was my turn to choose, man.
Hell yeah.
So, I chose a film from the 90s. Pretty typical of me. 90s is one of my favourite eras in film. Unfortunately, this film isn't 99, it's 97. This film is Steel, featuring the one and only, the ultimate big man, Mr. Shaquille O'Neal.
Yep, Shaquille O'Neal.
I've heard about this film. I've known about it for a really long time. I've never watched it.
Nope.
Because it's got like a 2.9 iMDB. And also, as much as I love seeing Shaq on things like fucking Pimp My Ride or Porn Stars when he shows up, or like, any of those sort of TV shows, I don't really know about him holding his own as a leading man in an action movie, reasonably big budget, $16 million.
Well-budgeted movie.
$16 million budget. So yeah, like, I love superhero films. I never used to, which is weird, because, like, I don't say never used to. I loved, like, when I was a kid, I loved the Batmans, Tim Burton Batmans, 1989, and like, those Batman movies. I even loved the crappy, like, Batman and Robin, with the bat nipples.
With the floppy bat boomerang.
Yeah, Mr. Freeze, cool party!
Yeah. Everybody freeze!
There's one quote that's like, what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
Yeah.
Like, what? But, like,
terrible joke.
I love all that stuff, so, but when the Marvel thing came out and it started to, like, change the game in terms of, like, how movies are connected and, like, cinematic universes are really done, I wasn't into it, man. Like, I watched a couple of them, watched, like, Iron Man, Captain America or whatnot, but it wasn't until even after, like, the first Avengers film, that I really I watched it, and then I realised there was this one big overarching story, and I enjoy that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Things that are interconnected.
See, like, I'm the opposite.
So then I went through, and now I love those films, man. I watch them all the time, and, like, I don't care that that's considered, like, nerdy and stuff. They're badass.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just into that. I love that. So I love superhero movies. I'm not so big on the DC stuff. I don't care for, like, Flash or any of those characters, apart from Batman and whatnot.
Like the Shield and stuff.
So this is why I never watched this film, because it's a DC character.
Yeah.
So, tell us what happened in the film, man. Like, give us a real brief rundown before we actually go into it.
It's basically Shaq's a steel guy fighting crime, and there's basically he worked for, like, a military and developing, like, top secret weapons.
Yeah, so
and it got into the hands of bad guys.
Yeah, it gets into the hands of bad guys, and then, like you say, he like becomes this junkyard superhero.
Yeah.
And then it just becomes one big sort of mess, doesn't it? But, like, so from the start, then, like, first thing I wrote down, first note I made was funky.
Hell yeah.
Because this thing opens, and for the first, like, I don't know, maybe like half an hour, 40 minutes, there isn't really any of the superhero, like, stuff in it. It's more of just, like, I don't know, Shaquille O'Neal doing, like,
doing Shaquille O'Neal stuff.
And being, like, army boy stuff. So it opens with this, like, banging
church gospel.
Yeah, like, gospel music, and we're, like, bop into it. Yeah. Then it breaks down into some, like, funky, basically, like, the theme song, I guess, with, like, the motifs that go through the rest of the soundtrack and that. So Shaq is basically, like, he's walking through his old neighborhood because he's been in some like, horrific accident, although it wasn't an accident, was it? Because there was this proper doucher on the squad, Burke, who's, like, trying to, like, tamper with their weapons and stuff to, like, show off, and he ends up tampering with a weapon which results in Shaq's best mate getting crippled.
It was that sonic weapon.
Yeah, like the sonic booster.
Because it was just so weird. Like, it was like because he had the gun, and he was like, "Can I do the honors?" And then she was like, "Sure." And he just let him do it, and then he just, like, there was this, like, easy ass dial.
Yeah, like a slider.
Like a slider, you could just go slide it straight up to full. and he just slides it up to full, and it takes them like a minute to hear this loud like.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
From the gun.
It was properly ridiculous because Burke seems to be doing it as well to like impress some woman or something, and we just didn't know what was going on. But
yeah, because
anyway, so Shaq's mate gets like crippled, her legs get broken, her spine gets broken. Shaq manages to get out. What follows is like a courtroom scene where it's basically everyone saying that it was this guy Burke tampered with a weapon which resulted in this accident.
Yeah, and one of them died.
Yeah, someone died.
Yeah.
And somehow it doesn't like explain it or whatnot, but
next scene he's on a plane.
Yeah. So it's like, how the hell did he get out of that?
Yeah, it's like
this dude
he just killed people.
That's literally like that's manslaughter, you know.
Yeah, he literally just caused manslaughter on a person and like attempted manslaughter. Well, I'll say, is it attempted manslaughter if it was accident?
I don't know, man.
But it's just like, how is he on a plane? No, it doesn't make any sense how he's on a plane.
Yeah, like I don't know, man. That whole thing just didn't make any sense at all.
No.
Proper like dick character.
Yeah, I from the start I just didn't like him.
You're instantly thinking like, I can't stand this guy.
Yeah.
You know, what an absolute ass. This then goes into like basically Shaq walking through his hometown, sort of greeting everyone because he's quit his job, whatnot, after this thing. And for one of the things I wrote down is that Shaq is just, he's huge.
Yeah.
Everybody knows, you know, Shaq's a big guy.
Yeah.
Like I saw an episode of what's that? You know, that car custom show where it's the guy with the slick back hair and he like
Ryan Friedlinghouse.
Yes, his show, whatever the hell that's
West
called.
Coast Customs.
Yes, mate, West Coast.
Yeah.
I watched a West Coast Customs where they built him like a Jeep or something, and they had to fucking get like 2 Jeeps.
See, I like West
and
Coast
put
Customs
them together
because they actually do the customizing.
Yeah, it's not like
whereas
fucking
Pit My Ride is just out of.
What I'm saying is, the guy took 2 Jeeps. He's that big.
Yeah.
Like he's a big guy. So in all these scenes, he's like 2 feet taller than everybody else.
Everyone has to look up.
Like properly
to him.
cricking the neck, looking up to talk to him, and he's ducking under doorways and stuff. And you can't. It's like it doesn't make it bad at all, but you just can't not focus on how huge he is, and how small everything is in his hands. Like he picks up a phone at one point, a payphone, and it's like it's tiny for him. Tomo, you started singing along to some of these 90s bangers that were in this in this film.
I'm trying to remember what the songs were. I genuinely can't remember what it was.
No, I can't remember either.
But I was just singing along, so it was pretty banger.
And we watch these films with the subtitles on in case we miss anything.
Yeah.
And I didn't know whether you were just reading the subtitles and singing along, or you were like fully singing along.
I knew that song.
I thought so, man, because you were like hitting the notes.
I was getting it right.
Yeah, man. As I said, the film's 97 and it looks it. Everyone's wearing like proper 90s clothes.
Yeah.
It's but I love that, you know.
Yeah.
As I said a minute ago, we watch all these films with the subtitles on. And right at the beginning, there's a scene where Shaq's walking through the neighborhood, and he like interrupts a basketball game.
It's like he's walking, and the basketball rolls over to him, and then he just, as soon as it lands by his feet, he tries to go for his free throw, and obviously Shaq's known for missing most of his free throws.
I honestly I'm a bit of a poser when it comes to basketball. I know nothing.
Yeah.
I know some of the players obviously, but I know nothing.
I didn't know at first, but I feel like that is gonna be a thing because it was quite a common theme in the film.
It was. There was like 3 or
He
4
was like,
jokes.
I could never make it. I can't make this shot. But it's like as soon as the ball rolled to his feet, he took the shot, missed, and I thought that it was just like, like Google Translate. Like, so not Google Translate, like YouTube's auto-generated subtitle feature.
Yeah. So sometimes the subtitles get it wrong. I mean, YouTube, that's notoriously bad.
Yeah.
Because it tries to guess it, but sometimes the pre-programmed subtitles,
Is that usually
when we
people
put them
who've
on these
typed them?
Yeah. When we've put them on these movies, sometimes they're wrong, right? So we're watching the film as normal, and we could have sworn we saw the word prick written on the bottom of the screen in the subtitles.
It was like as soon as he missed, the guy was like, "Oh, nice shot," and then he went prick.
So we rewound it.
We just burst into laughter because we were like, "What? Did he just say that?"
We rewound it. We watched it again, and the kid goes, "Yeah, like, oh, I could have done that shot or something." And then someone goes, "Oh, you prick."
I'm pretty sure it was the kid that said that. Because I
Yeah.
swear he went prick, and then ran off, and then Shaq was acting like he was happy about it.
And we were thinking, "Whoa, what
Yeah,
what the hell?" You know, like, Jesus, kid.
Dude, what?
Just called him, just called Shaq a prick because he missed a shot. But
And he was on the sidewalk as well.
yeah, but
Good shot.
I gotta say, man, like, fantastic choice of cuss word there.
Yeah.
Prick is one of those fantastic words where if the slower you say it, the more impactful
Yeah.
and therefore better it sounds. Like, you know, give us a good one, man. Go on.
Prick.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Another one is twat. It's a great one to say slow.
Twat.
You twat.
You twat. Yeah.
Prick.
Prick.
Yeah, a great one. But yeah, why the hell's a kid calling him a prick and he's on a, you know, what the hell?
Yeah, he just missed it. He just missed a shot. Like,
So-
what the hell?
Shaq's gone, man. Shaq's like, fuck this, I'm out.
Shaq literally acted like it was a compliment. He was still
Yeah.
smiling right after. He was like, "You kids."
Yeah,
So what the hell? He just fucking swore at you.
weird. The Shaq then, as the story progresses, Shaq finds out that basically some kids, like a kid street gang, has got the weapons that he was developing in the army, like these sonic weapons, these really bad guns. Basically.
Yeah, the ones that like blow like.
So
holes
Shaq
and
gets
stuff.
like back into the game, sort of thing. Like he phones his ex-bosses and that, and he's like, "What's going on? My guns are on the streets. You know, we got to stop this." Blah blah blah. They're like, "You know, there's nothing we can do."
Because originally they said like all of them are accounted for, and it just doesn't make sense. Like it's like if all of them were accounted for, they wouldn't be on the streets.
Yeah. But they say they're like not going to do anything. So Shaq he goes to like this hospital for like wounded soldiers. He busts his best friend, who he calls Sparks, who he does this weird like 1-point finger
An ET type
handshake.
thing.
Yeah. Like with
Touch
he,
tips.
he busts her out. He literally picks her up her wheelchair and runs out with her.
Bear in mind, where the hell's the security at? That,
Yeah, we
like,
thought that. Yeah.
what was it? A hospital?
Because
or
she's
a mental
screaming.
home? Like
She's like, "No, put me down," and he runs out.
and he
with
just
her.
runs out with her. It's like no one's stopping him.
Yeah, but so he takes her to like this junkyard, which sounds weird, but basically there's an old man there called Uncle Joe
Yeah.
who introduced him as, "Hey, my name's Uncle Joe."
Or you can call. Or like everyone else calls me, Uncle Joe.
Yeah,
It's like,
and
what?
he sort of lives in this place, and him along with Shaq have built her this like command center room. And it doesn't tell you like what they're doing, but they're obviously all building towards something. There's like montages of her sort of overcoming her or getting used to the fact that, you know, she can't use her legs now and she has to sort of conquer things in a different way.
Yeah.
So you eventually learn that they've been building this badass. I don't know why I say badass. They were building him this steel suit, so that he can become the superhero Steel. Shaq puts this suit on, and you can tell it's supposed to be one of those moments where you're like, "Yes, mate."
You look badass.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's the opposite of that.
He looks too like. It's like on Skyrim when you look really over encumbered. Like when you're just over encumbered,
Yeah.
you just walk really slow. It just looks like he was going to do that all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Really like clunky and
It didn't even look as good as like a suit of armor.
no, because it's like it's just pure steel. How heavy? No matter how strong you are, how the hell are you going to be able to even move with that?
I think at one point she says, "Oh, you're carrying like 75 pounds worth of steel," but mate, it's got to be more than that.
No, so I think she said like you don't weigh 75 in that armor or something.
No
in that
way,
steel.
he's gonna weigh more than 75.
Whatever
man.
it was, he said like when he was younger or something. I don't know.
But yeah, it looks bad. Like it's derpy to the point where his headpiece, and to be fair, most of the armor is like wibbly wobbling around in scenes, and it's just like rubber. You know,
Yeah, you can see that it's not real.
he also has this like really lame weapon, which is
Yeah.
the worst looking like hammer, if you can even call it that. It's like thick boy.
Yeah, it's like a thick boy hammer.
Yeah.
But it's not. Yeah.
Like, and it's just steel. Everything's steel. There's no color to anything, which is obviously like, this is an early superhero film where it was a lot more. Everything was darker, deeper. It wasn't until MCU when they started like popping color into everything. So, to be expected, But like, man, it looked bad.
I just realised.
What?
One thing that I thought to myself is, when he gets his suit.
Yeah.
And then he has his hammer.
Yeah.
His hammer has the gun inside of it.
So
where it's like the iron trigger and everything.
his hammer can do anything.
Yeah, it's like he presses a bit on the bottom and then the grip comes out and the trigger, and then it can like be the sonic like gun. And then one thing that really confuses me the most.
Yeah.
How did he get the parts? I understand he can build them guns, but in order to have that sonic stuff, he'd probably have to have some advanced like object.
Yeah.
In that gun. How did he get that from a junkyard?
That's what I was thinking. But then Uncle Joe says, "Oh, it just keeps falling off the back of a truck." It's like, how the fuck?
Yeah,
So, what? This is like top secrets,
weaponry that could kill people.
How the hell? So, in the background, basically, our main villain is this Burt guy who's like building more and more of these weapons and putting them out on the street and stuff like that. And talking to the weapons, I gotta say, I thought they were fucking shit, man. I was so sick of these fucking firework. They were just fireworks.
Firework launchers.
And like, they didn't do anything special. The only special gun was the sonic cannon, which could blow cars off the road.
And fucking just smash through stuff.
The rest of the guns were basically like crappy firework launchers, and they didn't do anything that a normal bullet wouldn't do, except they moved at like a quarter of the speed. It was crap.
Yeah.
And then there's so many times, and the effects on that were crap. And,
there was so many times where they were about to like say when they were about to shoot the police, and the police have got their guns drawn, and then people like point them guns at them, and then shoot them with them like electric guns.
Yeah.
The firework gun, and I'm like,
Ridiculous.
those cops are terrible. Like they should be shooting them after they point weapons at them.
Ridiculous.
What?
Getting back to the suit. We said like the suit basically has a helmet.
Yeah.
And that got us thinking, well, is he trying to, conceal his identity?
Because it's not really doing a good job.
Yeah. The dude is like 7'1".
I was gonna say, to start off with, he's like the only 7'1" dude that's in that film.
Yeah.
Like literally in the film, he's the only one that's like massive. They do like that police lineup, and
yeah.
he's the only one that's massive.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, so he's obviously massive, and we were thinking, what the hell? Like, everyone's gonna know who he is, and then he gets a cut on his chin, which is just where the cutout of his mask is.
Yeah.
But then it does acknowledge that, because at a few points in the film it shows like, for example, when obviously the cops are after him because he's out there in vigilante justice.
Yeah, and every time they see him, it's like it looks like he's done the bad thing.
Yeah, so people start recognizing him, and they start covering up for him.
Yeah.
Like that one copper sort of pretends like he's not in the lineup.
Yeah, like that couple that got robbed, and then he got their stuff back. He spoke to them, and then they were like in the lineup, and they were like, "That's not him."
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, "He's not in this lineup."
Yeah, like people start sticking up for him. Yeah, crap suit. I mean, more and more gadgets with that gun, but ultimately a really crap suit, in my opinion. One thing I was going to say, which confused the hell out of me, and it got me thinking to the point where I was blanking on the film because I was thinking so much on this, right? So get this. I don't know if you're into your comics. I swear I've asked you that before on this podcast. But this is based off a DC property called Steel, right? Loads of times in this film, people say, "Oh, you're not Superman." Shaq has a Superman tattoo, which is on display like the whole film.
Yeah.
Somebody at one point says, "Oh, where you going, the Batcave?" or something. All that stuff implies that they know about, about these superheroes.
Yeah.
So, does that mean that those superheroes exist in that world?
Or is it meta?
Yeah, or is it like, they are reading those superheroes. So if they're reading those superheroes, they'd have read Steel, so they'd know. You know what I mean? Like, that was just confusing.
Yeah.
I think this is obviously way before, like, cinematic universes and stuff. I'd say they would probably say that, oh yeah, people know of Batman and that because it's set in the same thing. But yeah, that got me thinking for ages. And I don't know my stuff, so I even had to look it up because I don't know DC. I only really know, the mainline stuff and Marvel, really.
Yeah.
A lot of the technology in this film looked weird.
Oh my god. Like the bits with the GPS when they were tracking and they were looking, seeing like, the police are on their way and then stuff like that. And it'd zoom into the screen and it just really dodgy, like, following. And I'm just like, they didn't have that, like, type of shit back then. It's like, it just seems...
Yeah, it was like the 90s,
so
the 90s idea of like more, not like hyper futuristic,
more
but,
advanced.
Yeah, more advanced tech. And
But it looked like ass.
It did. It looked like crap.
It was terrible.
At one point, a dude had like what was almost the size of, about half the size of a briefcase, with a handle on it, with a load of buttons on it, connected to a phone.
And it was weird because the use of that was he went into that building to get the district attorney's signature to get Shaq out of prison.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, sign here. And then he comes outside and he's like, pulls a phone from that thing. And I'm just like, what the hell?
Yeah,
and
like,
there's no like sign screen. So how did he sign?
Yeah, I mean, it almost feels like, with modern day kids and whatnot, if you give them a floppy disk, they'll be like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Or like, it's the save button or whatever,
Yeah.
It felt like that for me, and I feel like I know, I feel like I should know that, but I've never seen that shit in my life, bro.
Yeah.
Pulled a phone from a,
Like it's like...
I don't know if that was like, that doesn't exist, though. You know what I mean? Because they came up with some wacky shit back then.
Yeah, like the brick, well, obviously the brick phone, but that was genuinely in normal generation anyway with that.
Yeah. So as the film goes on, Shaq has like basically a couple of really bad nights as Steel. He gets beaten up a bit, but then he basically gets captured by the main bad guy, who's going to put on a display and sell his guns to like the world's biggest gangs who've been gathering over the last couple of days. Shaq drops in and he says, I'm going to make a point out of killing you, basically, to sell my guns.
What was it? Shaq was like peeking in, looking in from the window, and then the guy snuck up behind him pretty much.
Yeah.
And then he turned around and then he like sonic boomed him through the window and he landed in front of him on the stage.
Perfectly, yeah. And you learn that Burke, Jerk, has got Shaq's best friend and
Sparks.
his brother, that young kid.
I think it's his brother. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is his little brother or something.
Yeah,
it just looks weird.
So they've got his like family basically.
Yeah.
And mate, it turns into this like crazy like farcical scene that's like a big fight, and Shaq sort of says to him like, "Don't do that on my hammer," and the guy's like, I'm gonna do
it. There's like reverse psychology on this. Like, this guy's an idiot.
Just stupid. And there's a scene from that where Shaq and his brother are like locked in a room. Or they're stuck in a room.
Yeah.
And a guy throws a grenade in.
He throws a grenade in, he closes the door, puts like a wooden plank behind the door.
Yeah. And then inside the room, Shaq and his brother have this like proper conversation about what they're going to do.
It's like a minute conversation whilst the fucking grenade's ticking away.
And they're like trying to sort of throw it around and stuff.
It's
and
like,
just
bend the knees, then throw it. And
it's
it takes ages. And I was like, that would have blown up by now.
Exactly. It's him basically teaching Shaq to like finally make the shot that he can never make, But yeah, like it's a long scene and it's a live grenade.
What was that noise the guy made after when he threw it out? And the
guy
was like, oh.
No, he just went, no! And blew up.
Yeah.
That was great.
So bad.
No, I loved that. Because that was cheese. That was great cheese.
Comedic cheese.
Split-second cheese. So good. Yeah. And that's basically the film.
Yeah.
So Shaq gets his family back, and they go back to being Steel. And it's like everybody sort of knows that this guy's Steel.
But they got to. Like, there's no way. He's the only 7-odd-foot guy.
Yeah. But they accept him, and he becomes basically like the hero of the neighborhood, But yeah, so that's that's basically the film.
The amount of illegal shit they did for that film, running red lights, like fleeing police.
It also spends like half of the film setting up the second half of the film.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is very good, but I actually much more enjoyed the before he became Steel.
Yeah, because it was more like captivating. It
Yeah.
was just a bit more interesting. And then as soon as you put the suit on, it was like, meh.
It just became. You can see why the ratings are bad.
Yeah.
But then this film must have a bit of a cult following because I hear about it all the time in like top 10 lists and things, even if it's a list of like bad shit.
Yeah.
But when I was looking on the iMDb earlier, I was seeing that there was a lot of people who were giving it fairly good reviews.
Yeah.
Saying it's like a classic. So there's obviously people out there who like this film.
Yeah.
Speaking of liking this film, I think we should go into our ratings, man, because I don't think there's anything else more to say about this. So, go for it, bro. What are you saying?
With this one, I'm going to give it a 6.
Okay, 6.
Yeah, 6 out of 10, because I say it loses the 4 just because there's a lot of just weird points in it that just didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, and then there's other bits where it's just there's bits where there's a lot of bits where it's actually good, but it just doesn't.
Yeah, because you said
it's just weird.
We paused it like halfway through to get a drink, and you said, "I'm actually really liking this film."
Yeah.
So did you stop liking it so much, or did you stay at the level you were at? What happened there?
It was the suit that got me knocking him down some stars.
Yeah.
Some rating. Because
is that the suit, as in the way it like looked, what it did, or just the whole?
It's just the whole premise of it.
Yeah.
It's just the way that he like. You just saw him in the next scene of him wearing the suit, and he just looked very derpy.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. So
he just looked weird.
So a 6.
Yeah, I'll give it a 6. What about you?
That's all right. Yeah, man. I don't think I can give it a 6. I think I'm going to give it a 4.
Why is that?
I usually love, bad films, bad superhero films. I think, unfortunately, though, this film suffers from just being a bad film.
Yeah.
It's not a bad concept. It's a good character, Shaq, he's not a bad actor. Like, he's not fantastic.
I'd say it's probably got a big cult following because a lot of people love Shaq.
Yeah.
Because he's just a guy. He's a great guy.
He's not fantastic in it.
No.
That's why he's better at being before the Steel character. Because once he is Steel, he's basically like he's doing a RoboCop impression. He's moving like, oh. I think that, it just suffers from being a bad film. But unfortunately, it doesn't step over the line and become so bad that it's good for me anyway.
Yeah.
I probably won't watch this again.
No, I probably won't.
I mean, I've gone this amount of time without watching it, so...
I'm sure it won't hurt. Longer.
Yeah. I'm glad we watched it, though.
Yeah.
Because it was an experience.
Yeah.
I can tick it off the list of films, And, yeah, I think we've basically come to the end of another episode of Dude What Podcast, man.
Yeah, man. It's been a good episode.
It has. Like, I've really enjoyed doing it. It's been really nice to just come here and do this and have a bit of time off the crazy schedule.
Just before we end it, just to let everyone know, this film, it was a budget of 16 million and it only made, what was it?
Like less than 2 mil.
Less than 2 mil. Like, that's embarrassing.
That's bad.
That's a lot of lost money.
Yeah.
Someone's getting fired.
It bombed. It really did bomb.
Someone getting fired.
A lot of people getting fired.
Yeah. A lot of people losing jobs.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, anyway.
As always, I've been Harry Dowling.
And I've been Tomo.
And this has been Dude What Podcast. Dude
what?
Hey everyone, it's us again. Basically, we just went through that episode and listened back to it. And unfortunately, for like a good 9-minute chunk or something, our mic starts popping like crazy. And it gets quite hard to listen to.
Yeah, we have no idea. Like, we're trying to sort it out, but...
Yeah, so basically, just want to say, if you get to this point, thanks for persevering.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
We're going to get to the bottom of it. Peace and love. Take it easy, guys.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. You can visit our Instagram account at Dude What Podcast. That's DUDEWUT Podcast. And you can also email us at dudewhatpodcast@gmail.com. That's DUDEWUT Podcast@gmail.com. See you next time. Dude, what?